So yeah, that's all I want to talk about today. Hello, welcome! There are people, let me serve customers first. Hello everyone and welcome back to the cafe. So today's topic is a little bit of a discussion. I want to talk about two things. So firstly, I want to talk about working behind the bar as a barista. I've been doing this for 3-4 months. Calibrating coffee every day, drinking awesome coffee every day, and it's been a blast. But I want to talk about the more important things. Now, before we continue, I want you to watch a video by Bobby. I'll put a link to that down in the description below. And I think it's a fantastic conversation starter for what I'm about to share. So being a barista is all about balance. We do a thing called calibration every morning. It's called a coffee calibration. So what we do is we test the coffee, see what factors we can change to make sure that the coffee we serve every single cup is what is best for the customer. Your coffee must be balanced in terms of sweet, sour, and bitter. Now, why is this? Because as you're calibrating coffee, you can go a multitude of different ways to calibrate coffee. You can make it sweet, you can make it acidic, and you can make it bitter. As your barista, we have that power. We have that power. Because we're controlling all these different machinery, all this different equipment to craft the type of coffee that we want. Interesting thing is that being in Malaysia, people are exposed to a variety of different types of coffee. Now, some restaurants serve Thai style coffee, some restaurants serve kopi O, which is our traditional Malaysian coffee. And some of us have grown up drinking that all throughout our lives. On one end of the spectrum, you get these kopi O drinkers. On the other end of the spectrum, you get specialty coffee drinkers, where they're after light-ish to medium body, they're after acidity, they're after the fruity flavored coffees. And those are the two ends of the spectrum. You can sort of see the variance in terms of taste buds, in terms of sensory, because it's something that is extremely personal and extremely subjective. You can never say that my taste buds are objectively better than yours. But what tastes good to me and what tastes good to you is very, very different. Most of the time when we calibrate coffee, good enough is good enough. So being a barista is a balancing act because we are constantly trying to find that balance between, okay, this is a cup of coffee that is good for most people. Making cups of coffee has taught me how to think, how to contextualize quality. And that is contextualized through quantity. In the moment with the customer, you get a complaint or you get a compliment, it feels great, it feels amazing, or it feels very, very bad. There's one customer, one example, one moment in time. One compliment or bad comment or negative feedback from one single customer in a single point of time doesn't affect me as much, because what I'm after is the first 1,000 people that come into my shop, 800 say it's good. So what is good enough calibration? Good enough calibration means that I just want it to taste good for 80% of people, right? Think of that bell curve you learned in high school. I want it to taste good for a majority of people up here, and then the long tail we can personalize that if we know you are a long tail kind of taste bud. If you watch Bobby's video, I totally agree with most of what he said. So Bobby's video recently talks about Malaysian food in general, and that we always take pride in our cultural food, saying that yeah, Malaysia has the best variety, has the best foods, has the best everything in terms of food. I picked up on a point that's especially intriguing to me, was that Malaysians don't take pride in their work, right? We say we're good, but the actions don't map with the words coming out of the mouth. I picked up on a point that's especially intriguing to me, was that Malaysians don't take pride in their work, right? We say we're good, but the actions don't map with the words coming out of the mouth, right? All talk, no show. If you're really that good, why do you still find dirty hawker stores? Why do you still find bad food preparation? Why do you still find bad service that's just like, why you buy though? You don't, you fuck off. You see that so often. You see that so often. Especially in places like Penang, especially in some more local places in KL as well. The main important thing that I got from Bobby's video was that it's important for us to take pride in what we do. Now, I agree totally with Bobby that the average Malaysian establishment is full of crap. Now, the exception to that is that a lot of restaurants, a lot of cafes in Kuala Lumpur are trying their best to raise the industry standards in F&B, right? You get amazing examples in Wizards. So we did an interview with Wizards as well as a small write-up and in-circle issue. So that was interesting. Apart from that, you get these artisanal bread movements. Crumb, Sunday coffee and cakes, as well as one half Elika and one half in general. So you get all these artisanal people trying to raise industry standards in terms of service, in terms of food preparation, in terms of presentation, ambience, and all these different factors as well. So it's not true, of course it's not true to say that most Malaysian eateries are bad. Of course it's not true. But the average is bad. That is true. That is fact. You can never just walk into a random restaurant you've never seen before and expect it to be good. It's just not the case. As someone who is constantly culture shocked when I just am in general public with Malaysians, I find that we lack a lot of accountability. Right? Nothing is your fault. Everything is always someone else's fault. Everything is always, oh, this guy did that guy did that. So that's the main gripe I still have with Malaysian culture, and it's something that I really want to change with the people around me. Accountability. If it's something that is your fault, you change it, you take ownership of that. And over time, I realized that it came down to one thing. And it's the same constant theme that I've been talking about throughout my previous videos. It's about caring, number one. But all of you might have gotten tired of that. So here's another thing. It's pride. Back to the barista example. I take pride in what I do here. And it's not just making cups of coffee. It's developing the menu. It's developing something else. It's crafting the experience for both the cafe as well as the automobile deliveries. So it's taking pride in what you do that causes you to care. And over time, I realized that it came down to one thing. And it's the same constant theme that I've been talking about throughout my previous videos. It's about caring, number one. But all of you might have gotten tired of that. So here's another thing. It's pride. Back to the barista example. I take pride in what I do here. And it's not just making cups of coffee. It's developing the menu. It's developing something else. It's crafting the experience for both the cafe as well as the automobile deliveries. So it's taking pride in what you do that causes you to care. The main thing I want to get at is, as people who have dreams, who have aspirations, who have passions, take everything to heart in a way that's constructive. Take everything to heart, because everything is your fault. If you find a way past that mental friction of everything is your fault, you will learn a lot more, you will do a lot more, and you'll be able to achieve a lot more. Now, us in the service industry, whether you like it or not, whether you're in the client service, whether you make coffee, or whether you sell cars, or whatever else, you are in the business of crafting. And as a craftsman, you should take pride in what you do, because it is a reflection of your attitude. It is a reflection of your personality and your human beingness. So watch Bobby's video, watch my video, leave your comments down in the section below. Subscribe to Bobby, Bing, Chris, Con, Cardog, and all of us at Horizon. So thank you once again. Like, share, and subscribe to this video. I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Are you putting care in your coffee? Are you caring?
Yes, I am.